Hey guys, it's me, Sao-kirito-x here, or Person Sandoval's by my YouTube name. And I know what you're thinking, like, wait, I thought he quit. I thought he left YouTube. He hasn't been uploading like in, I don't know, 3 weeks or something like that. Yeah, I know. It's been a long time, and the thing is, my PS Plus membership kind of ran out, so my content was kind of limited to what I could do. So the only thing I could really do was either play Warframe, as you're seeing on screen right now, and you've probably never heard of that game, or I can probably play Quarry Magic Library, which I've only did one video of it. And if you actually want to see Quarry Magic Library again, I'll do it for you guys. I mean, it seems a pretty fun game for me and for you weebs. Yeah. Okay, but today I have a story with you guys. I have a really fun story. Well, I mean, a fun story for you because I mean, you guys might be like, "What the hell?" But it's a fun story for me. Okay, so this story basically it's the time I actually met a pedophile. Yeah, you don't get that many stories all the time. But this happened to me when I was in kindergarten, like I was 5, or when I was in first grade. I'm not sure, but I think it was kindergarten. Probably, I think. I don't know. That's how I remember it. But to be honest, I don't even know how I remember it. That's impossible. I mean, do you remember something when you were in kindergarten? I mean, I don't know, but it seems impossible. Maybe the memory of this pedophile scarred me for life. But oh, don't worry, it's a happy ending. It's he doesn't molest me or anyway. I somehow save myself. But don't worry, it's a happy ending. Just to let you know right now, nothing bad really happens. It just I somehow get lucky and escape. But I don't know, maybe the imprint of somehow if him trying to like lure me in. I don't know, but let's get right into the story. Okay, so when I was in kindergarten, as I just told you, I don't know when this happened. I think it was like I know it was on a school day. I think it was somewhere like on a Wednesday or Tuesday or something like that. I don't know, but this happened during lunch, right? So basically, in kindergarten, we had this lunch line, right? So basically this yeah it was a lunch line. So basically what happened was I was in lunch line, right, with my friends. I don't remember if I had friends. I'm not sure. I only remember one friend from kindergarten. His name was Kevin. He was some I don't know. He was some kid. I don't know. I don't really know what happened to him. Long story, but yeah. Kevin, if you're watching this, yeah, then I think I'm sorry for, um, yeah, I feel bad for you throwing that lunchbox and hitting a girl on the accident. That's another story for another day. But let's get into this story because I'm getting off task now. So we're in this lunch line, right? I think I was talking to my friend Kevin. So basically, what happened is we were in this lunch line, right? We didn't take too long to get to get our lunch, and we got our lunch. We sat down. We had this long table, so basically we're like it's not like the a table where like it's not like a picnic table where it was like 3 people on one side and 3 people on the other side. It was more like a really long tables. So it was basically think of it as like a row of tables where all the kids sat facing one way, basically. So what happened was basically I sat down. I had to go use the bathroom. All right, so I was like, "Hey, you guys, I gotta use the bathroom. All right, so I'll be right back. All right." And so I'm not sure if I also mentioned this to you, but I remember what food we had that day. It was pizza, but the pizza it wasn't the kind of pizza that you'd expect. It was a rectangle flatbread pizza with a big bu- with a big like a bowl of ranch. I mean, it wasn't a bowl, but more like a paper plate, and one side of the plate had like a lot of ranch on it. Like it seemed like to fill up. I don't know. It was like a lot of ranch. I don't know why. And plus the pizza, it wasn't that big. I'd say probably like of the flatbread pizza we had. I don't know. It was like the had the same size of a book, but I don't know. It was really thin. It was still pretty good, but with a lot of ranch and on there on the side, it was just like what the fuck is this school feeding? What the fuck is this school feeding us? Like what? So I had to use the bathroom, right? All right, okay. So I went to the bathroom. I did my business in the urinal, and then this guy walks in, right? No big deal. He was an eighth grader. I don't know how because back then in kindergarten we had lunches where one grade, like one, two, three grades, would be in like in the same lunch, I don't know, lunch hour or something like that. So I'm not sure if he was a seventh or eighth grader, but he looked like an eighth grader because he had like a mustache and he was wearing a uniform. He didn't look like a teacher anyway, because I could tell he was wearing one of the school uniforms. Everyone was wearing a school uniform. He was either wearing a khaki pants or a skirt or a blue skirt if you're a girl, and the only shirt that you were allowed to wear was a red shirt, red collared shirt, a green collared shirt, or a gray collared shirt. That's all. And I could tell he was wearing one of those shirts with khaki pants. That's how I remember him. So basically, he walks in. That's all. Nothing bad. I went to go wash my hands because, to be honest, I didn't want to eat my pizza like that. I mean, I mean, I don't know. I mean, back then, kids would just used to do their business and then go back to lunch eating their pizza. I mean, I thought that was. I mean, to be honest, I thought that's how things were back then. But no, I was different back then. But all right, we're getting a little bit off topic. So, guy walks in, right? I washing my hands, right? And then he kind of shouts at me. I don't really remember how he did it, but how he lured me in. But he's like, "Hey kid, come over here." I was like, "What?" I don't know who he was talking to, but then until he's telling it to me, I was like, What?" I was like, "What? You talking to me?" He's like, "Yeah, you kid, come over here. I want to show you something cool." It's like, Okay. It's like, and then he led me into the handicapped bathroom. You know how the bathroom always has like a really large, extra thick room with, I don't know, a thick bathroom. I don't know. Or it's a bathroom with that it has like double the size of a regular bathroom stall because it's for like handicapped people because they need to put their wheelchair somewhere, need to get on and off. Yeah, okay. So basically led me in there, which was kind of weird. I was like, I didn't at the time. I was 5, so I didn't really. I thought he was gonna show me something cool or something like that. I don't know. I didn't think that. I don't know. I didn't. At that time, we kids didn't really know anything. So, yeah, it was really, really weird. Okay, like really weird. So, basically, he led me to this bathroom, right? Okay, and then for some reason, I was like, okay, so what are you gonna show me? Okay, so this is the fun part, kids. This is where we start getting to the weird side of this. So this guy, for some reason, so we were in the same stall. I don't know why. He sits on the toilet, right? Um, it's kind of hard to say this because I feel like if you're watching this, you're like, "Holy shit, did you suck his dick?" I'm like, no, I did not. All right. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna happen, but no, it doesn't. All right. Yeah, you'll find out why. So basically, what happens is, he's like, okay, so and then, so basically, what happens is, sorry for my stuttering. Sorry, God, recording this is kind of pretty hard. So he basically kind of sits on the toilet, right? And then he starts pulling down his pants. And at that time, I didn't really see anything weird. I mean, I did think it was weird, like really strange, but at that time, I didn't think it was weird because I just thought that it was a bathroom and you were supposed to do that. So I just kind of shook it off. And then he was sitting in the toilet, right? He was facing me. I don't know why, but he even took down his underpants. And I still thought that was a little bit stranger. But me being a kid, not didn't knowing anything, I just didn't really give a shit because I was a kid. So he pulled down his pants, right? And then I immediately saw his junk, all right, his crotch, okay. To me, things were starting to get a little bit weird. I mean, I'm starting to feel like just a little bit uncomfortable because because to be honest, it's like, do you really want to see some random dude's dick? I mean, like in the handicap stall, like you're like right in front of them because what if someone's in the next stall and then they just look under and then they see some shit and like, holy shit, this guy's getting a blowjob or some shit? Like, what the fuck? Okay, but going forward, so I don't know why, and then so basically he kind of sits down with his pants down and his underwear down, and what happens is he starts peeing in the toilet, and I can still hear the just the dripping of the urine into the toilet bowl. And then for some reason he even moans like, ah, which I was like, okay, where's the cool thing he was gonna show me? So I was still anticipating what he was gonna show me cool. He even moans a couple of times. I don't know why. I just still remember that. I was like, ah, that's good. And like, do you know what he fucking says next? While he's peeing in the fucking stall, do you know what he says? Hey kid, you want to suck this wiener? Yeah. At that time, I didn't really think of anything bad, but then I also thought that it was really weird because I mean, as a kid, I've never even heard of something like that. I've never even heard of the thought of that. I've never even heard the thought of that. And to be honest, I was like, what? Wait, what? It's like, come on, kid, you want to suck this dick? I mean, I'm not even sure if he said dick. I'm not even sure if he even said that. I don't really remember, but I just know he said something close to that. So I was kind of a little bit skeptical, but for some reason something was telling me to like not to do it. I don't know why. Maybe it was Jesus. Maybe it was my conscience. I don't know. Maybe it was I don't know, fucking Luke Skywalker. And I don't know. It's probably behind the shadows. Like, Christian, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for I don't know, ear raping you guys. I'm sorry for that, but okay. So basically, he actually asked me to suck his dick. All right. I don't know. He somehow had the mentality that a little kid was gonna suck his dick. He somehow had the mentality of that. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know why he was doing it in the first place. I mean, I don't know what the fuck was going on at that time. All right. So what happens next is I kind of refuse a bit because I thought something bad was gonna happen, and because I knew something bad was gonna happen. So what happened was I told him no, right? I was like, no, I'm not doing that shit, man. I'm not. I mean, those weren't my exact words, but as a kid, I just said no, I don't want to do it. And then he's like, what? Why not do it? Come on, do it. I mean, come on, nothing's bad gonna happen. But something kept telling me, something deep down, something kept telling me that something's wrong. I could tell. I don't know. Maybe it was my, I don't know. Maybe it was conscience, something like that. I don't know. I mean, then again, it could be Luke Skywalker probably using the Force to communicate with me. I mean, who knows? Or probably, I don't know, Jesus maybe. I don't know. I don't know who the hell's trying to save me. But I mean, as a kid, I didn't really know. But okay, so and you want to know what he does next? Do you want to know what he does next? He tries to bribe me to suck his dick. I mean, I'm not kidding. He literally tries to bribe me. Okay? Like, I am not screwing around. He literally tries to bribe me. Alright? And do you know how he tries to bribe me? He says, okay, kid, I'll give you this phone. I'll give you this phone if you suck my dick. I'm like, if you suck it. He's like, he actually says that. I still remember everything. I don't know how to remember it. I wish I could have forgotten it. But then I wouldn't be here telling you this story. Okay? So, he really offered me his phone if I gave him the dank suck. He literally said that. I'm not fucking around, all right? And needless to tell you, this happened in kindergarten, all right? And I don't know what kind of, I mean, what the fuck? Am I the only person that this happened to, or what? Because I mean, it's not every day that you're a kindergartner and get some eighth grader dude to get you to suck his dick or something like that. But I mean, hey, this is the world. I mean, anything can happen somehow. But he tries to bribe me with his phone. And do you know what kind of phone he had? I can tell like what kind it was, but it was like those phones, like you know how like it was kind of like if a phone that kind of the size of I don't know, but like it was those phones where like if you like it was like cut in half, but for like if you kind of like switched it, then there'd be like a typing pad under, kind of like for texting. So like for like I don't know, but I'll put a photo on image on the screen. But all I could say is it was like one of those BlackBerry phones. But like you know how like the BlackBerry phone already has like the typing screen like included on there, so it was like the phones that were like if you just like switched, well like if more if like kind of like switched it like in a way more like kind of like moved like the front part of it to the right or left, then like there'd be like a typing pad like on the inside. If you know what I'm talking about, but he literally offered me this phone. And do you know what else he said? He's like, come on, kid, you don't want a free phone? It's like, you don't want a free phone? And to be honest, I don't know why, but I was a little bit convinced. Because, I mean, back then, because back then I didn't really have many friends. I only had like one friend. I mean, though I didn't really talk to him much. I really wanted to be the coolest kid in school, like back then. So I thought if I had a phone, I thought it'd be cool. So I was a little bit convinced. But something was still telling me something was wrong. And I was like, no, I don't want the phone. No, it's okay. You can keep it. He's like, come on, dude, you don't want the phone? I mean, you don't want a free phone? It's like, dude, look, there's a bunch of people here. Dude, you can call a bunch of people here on this phone. You can call anyone in the world on this phone. And I was starting to get a little bit more convinced, but something was telling me, like, not to do it. All right? So, it was, yeah, it was just really weird. And like he was trying to convince me to give him a dank suck or a BJ, and in return he just gave me this phone, which in reality right now is just a fucking meme. Yeah, it's just literally a meme right now. So yeah, the phone's like a meme. The idea of it, like a BlackBerry. I don't know. But continuing forward, boy, have I more to tell you. It was really weird. Okay, I don't know why. And so then I started to decide to leave, but he kept drawing me back. Like, no, kid, come on. I'll give you this phone. Come on. I'll give you this phone for free. All right. You can play a lot of games. You can do whatever you want. You can text, call anyone. It's like, and I was still like, I was getting more convinced by the second, but something was still telling me, like, dude, don't suck his fucking dick, all right? It's not worth it. Like, come on, dude. Like, come on, split the fuck up. Like, I don't know. Something was just really wrong and weird. I don't know what, but something was just really weird. Something was just really weird. Okay. So after about like I don't know 10 minutes of just bickering with this guy saying like yes no and him trying to convince me like so we heard this whistle and basically it was this whistle in cafeterias were like 5 minutes left to eat your lunch kids, and so basically I forgot all about my lunch and I had the pizza, and besides the pizza in kindergarten was like bomb for us kids, but I mean, like right now, the pizza, like all the way up until 8th grade, was just literally shit. I mean, it was. I mean, the pizza was like, I mean, the pizza. I mean, it was just literally. It literally became like shit. I mean, what happened was the pizza. If you even bit the pizza once, then the cheese and everything would just come off, and basically it was like a saucy bread, like a soggy red bread with like I don't know sauce on it. It was just basically horrible. Yeah, I don't like pizza with sauce on it. I seriously hate pizza with that because then you literally just bite everything off with just one bite. It's ridiculous. I just prefer pizza with no sauce in it. All right, but I'm getting a little bit off topics. But it was like this teacher. It was like this hall monitor, but more like some adults to like look over the kids like while they're eating, make sure there's nothing's happening, no kids are fighting, and then they also had like those monitors outside for like recess for us kids, and so those hall monitors' jobs were like to look at the kids, telling them, "All right, kiddies, you have like 5 minutes to eat your lunch. Hurry up." And basically for me, I was like, "No, my pizza. I'm not gonna have time to eat my pizza. I'm gonna starve to death." So then that's when I was like, I'm leaving, sir. I'm sorry, but bye." He's like, no, come back. I was like, I was like literally screaming. I was like literally Tina from like Bob's Burgers, just like, just literally making that noise. I was like, screw it, I'm going. It's like, bye. And after that, I just literally left. All right, I literally left the bathroom, and I never saw him again. Never. All right. And do you know what the strange thing is? You know, oh wait, hold on. But do you know what's funny? For an eighth grader, I still remember what he kind of looks like. But do you know what's funny? For being like for me almost getting for me almost giving a pedo or wherever this fucking creeps giving him a dank suck or almost giving this fucking creeps I don't know satisfaction. He had a really small dick. I'm not kidding. He was pretty tall, so I assumed he was like an eighth or seventh grader. And I can tell he was also a Latino, or like I can remember him being Latino. He had like a somewhat mustache, and he had like somewhat tan skin, somewhat. I don't know. He looked Mexican to me, and he did have like a Hispanic voice with a Hispanic accent in his English voice. So yeah, I remember he had dark hair and like dark brown eyes, and he was wearing khaki pants with like a gray colored shirt. So yeah, and then I went back to my friend's table and like, hey, why'd you take so long, kid? And he's like, oh, I had to use the bathroom. I was like, oh, okay. Did you take a long time? Did your stomach hurt? And I didn't really want to talk about. I don't know why. Something told me not to talk about what happened in the bathroom. So I was like, yeah, my stomach hurt a lot. I'm like, okay, well, eat your pizza. We only have 5 minutes. And then that's basically the end of the story. I just basically ate my pizza, somehow finished it in time, and then went outside, played, I don't know, Transformers with my friends, because back then we used to play Transformers. We used to pick, oh, who's a Decepticon, who's Autobot, and yeah, we basically played that until we went back inside, and I never saw him again. That was really fucking weird. I have to say honestly, because I mean, that's just, it's phenomenal to just, for this to happen. I mean, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I mean, like what? I mean, like, what the hell? And you know what the weird thing is? Only four people know. No, only three people know about that story. Well, I mean, not three people anymore, because I mean, you're probably watching this video and you know now. So, yeah. And my parents don't even know about this. And at that time, I thought if I told my parents about what happened in the bathroom that day, I thought I got somehow get in trouble. I don't know. I thought I somehow get in trouble because my parents would have thought, Christian, you're gay at 5 years old? Ugh, that's despicable. We're gonna teach you how to be straight, boy. Yeah, I didn't really say anything about that, and when I went home, I didn't really think anything about it. I was like, huh, that was really weird. But hey, that stuff like that happens. Yeah, I just somehow thought that stuff like that happened when I was little, so I just ignored it and went on to my life. And yeah, until now. So, hey dude, if you're watching this video, and if you're the guy that literally wanted me to give you a fucking BJ, I will literally get an axe and throw this right in your ass! Alright? And I also hope I also hope this gives you ear rape as well, so you also get a bursted eardrum. So yeah, that's the story of how I met a pedophile. And what's also weird is that to think that there was even a pedophile like in my school, and not to mention that he was also like a seventh or eighth grader, which is pretty fucking weird. So I hope you guys enjoyed this long video, and probably I apologize for the absence of content over like the past 3 weeks, because I mean I was really limited and I was probably thinking like what should I do next, so I thought I should probably do a story time. So hope you guys like this new segment called Story Time with Sao, and I hope you guys have a nice, lovely day.